Good morning, folks. How we doing? It's a lovely Saturday morning. Back on the YouTube grind, baby. But yeah, this video, I wanted to talk about testing and scaling post Andromeda update. It's coming into 2026, boys. If you're watching this video, I have proved to myself in 1 year, building a brand, you can do crazy things. This is our month to date. I'll give it a little refresh so you can see it's all legit. Yeah, in a year of focusing really hard on a brand, you can get to extreme numbers and do pretty well. Even in year one, to be fair, this is like a brand new brand and we've managed to do pretty well. I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. It was Black Friday last night. Absolutely pumped about it. I've learned loads over the past year, especially with the Facebook ads update. There's been a lot of changes. It's affected a lot of brands. So I'm going to talk about testing and scaling and the approach that we're finding work best for us. And I just want to sort of break down as well, like 2026 has just come around the corner. You really can, if you lock in, if you're starting or scaling a brand, you can make huge strides over the year if you understand the fundamentals of e-com. Obviously, I think the business model is ever changing, like AI ads coming in, like it's updating, Facebook ads is changing, TikTok ads, Google ads, everything's changing, ChatGPT ads are coming out. So the things change, but the fundamentals always stay the same. And I really truly believe that building a long-term business is the way to go, hands down. So hands down, long-term, building momentum, building brand assets is the best way to scale overall with e-commerce. You're using paid media channels to acquire new customers, to build a real business with customers that come back and all of this. So yeah, absolutely buzzing. It's been a heavy year, locked in very hard. We've come to success finally, which is great. It's Black Friday as well. I think this video will be out on Sunday. Gonna do 50% discount for our private network and community for lifetime access. So I think it's gonna be about £625 for lifetime access, full e-com blueprint. We've got courses, obviously we've got my course, we've got Google Ads course, email marketing course, Facebook ads course. We've got every single course that relates to e-commerce that you need to know. Community is buzzing. We've got over 500 people in the community. It's absolutely great. Everyone helps each other in there. There's a lot of people doing really well as well. We've got beginners and scaling people as well. So they're separated, no extra cost. They're just separated. So whatever level you're at, you've got peers that are at similar level. So you guys can help each other. 6 group calls per month. We do a weekly AMA, and then we get guest speakers in maybe twice a month, Facebook ads, Google ads, email ads, that sort of stuff to help you on that stuff. So Ollie managed to hit $27,000 yesterday, 22,000 euros yesterday, 19,000 euros yesterday. We're getting a lot of credible results in the group. 50% off, £625 for lifetime access. It's actually super fucking cheap. You can book a call. The reason it's not a checkout link is you can book a call and the team will onboard you and basically get you set up. You can fill out a form to understand basically where you're at so we can help you best. I think we're pretty happy with our product and service right now. We're getting really good results. Book a call. You can join straight away. We're going to send you the details so we get a good idea of where you're at with your brand, and then we can sort of go through from there. The link is below if you want that Black Friday discount. It's going to be available for the next week. We'll take on a few people. Not going to take on too many people because we don't want to sell too many at this cheap. But yeah, if you want it, feel free to lock it in. What I wanted to talk about today, basically want to talk about testing and scaling post Andromeda update. So there's been a couple things that I have personally noticed, which is working really well for us. So the new Facebook ads update, I think overall long-term it's definitely gonna be better. From what I've gathered, it's basically an AI system to analyze ads that are being published, because how Facebook was doing it before was probably too expensive and too slow. Generally, the key thing is Facebook is wanting more creative diversification, less volume. So like, let's say for example, you're launching 10 ads. The 10 ads need to be very different, even if they're all based on the same thing. So like how they're presented visually must be different. For videos, the first 3 to 5 seconds of the video must be completely different. For image ads, the visual representation of the video ad must be completely different, not just simple text change or variations of the same ad, which is how it was before, which was kind of a cheat code to be fair, because you could just make countless variations of the same ads to constantly optimize, whereas now it's must be a clear difference. So yeah, that's basically it. There's loads of different people talking about like different ways to test ads, scale ads, all of that, but this is what's working for me. I don't watch other YouTube videos. This is just what's working for me off my own trial and error. So you can take it as what you want to basically. So we can go into the Black Friday campaign because I think it shows it best. I've sorted by amount spent, and this is sort of the thing that's working the best for us right now. So this campaign shows it clearly because it's the Black Friday campaign, it's new, so it shows the testing and scaling. Every single thing here we have launched and tested if it's turned off or not. Sorted by amount spent. So basically what's happening here, we've managed to test ads efficiently, because one of the biggest issues we see, so you'll probably get this as well, is let's say you're launching new ads, new ad sets, certain ads will have huge amounts of spend and there'll be a huge discrepancy in like one ad will have like 30K spend and the rest will have all less less than $1,000. This is a common issue we see in post-Andromeda update. Obviously, when you're launching new ads, it means a lot of the ads you launch never get enough spend. They don't get validated properly and they don't get scanned by the AI, I would say. There's two ways to basically solve that issue, and that you're testing and consolidating the campaigns properly, because once the ads are tested, you can turn them off if they're not working, and you can make sure the campaigns are really consolidated, which was what we found that is working best. Basically, how we do this, on all of these ad sets that we've turned off, we basically put a minimum spend on $100 per day. Obviously, the minimum spend will be relevant to how much you're spending on the campaign. So if you're spending $100 a day on your campaign, you can do $5 minimum spend, but it's basically forcing spend on the new ad sets that you launch. So you can let them run for a few days, and once you've spent a sufficient amount. So I would say, in my opinion, on our based CPA of like $50 that we want to get, $100 to $150 spent on an ad set is a good amount of time to know if it's going to work or not. Generally, you should have a few sales by then. If not, it's probably not going to work. So what we're doing is every time we're launching new ad sets, we're setting a minimum spend on the ad sets and giving them sufficient time to spend and test and force and spend on the ads, to which we can make a decision whether to leave it on or turn it off. And that is what has left us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ad sets out of all of these that we have tested are the only ones working now. And because we've tested the others and consolidated this has been working the best. It's the most profitable and it's been working extremely well. The other vice versa to this is you can run an ABO testing and have a CBO scaling. That is the other vice versa. Or for me, I kind of like it keeping it in the CBO because the testing is also, it's in the momentum with the campaign already. So if it does work, you just leave it on and turn off the rest. You don't need to copy the ad set and put it into the scaling campaign, because then it might not even work again. I think this method works really well. Minimum spends, giving them enough spend. So let's say your break-even CPA is $30. You want to spend at least 3x that on the ad set. The target CPA is $50. You need to spend 3x that. And basically then you can make a decision whether to turn it off or not. Regarding scaling, this works extremely well because we're feeding new creatives. What I found work very well is new creatives once per week. So let's say we make 50 creatives. I'm going to do 10 to 15 ads per ad set and launch them weekly and give them 2 to 3 days to spend with a forced budget that's going to spend at least 3x the target CPA. And then I can make the decision whether to turn it off or not. And this is giving enough inputs to the ads once per week so it's not disrupting the momentum of the campaign to basically ensure we can scale up this campaign profitably and do very nice. So that's how we're scaling. I just want to talk about strategy planning. So if you have a brand starting now or you're scaling, like 2026 is a new year, you really need to start to think, all right, what are the game plan for 2026 to make the most out of this brand? Are we going to launch new products? Are we going to focus and double down on the existing products? Are we going to try and build up our subscriptions? Are we going to focus on returning customers? Are we going to launch a completely new product line? What is your strategy of how to scale for 2026? Because I really think, I'm not going to lie, strategy, macro strategy is probably the most important thing. E-com as a whole is generally plug and play. You just do it. The work's not too crazily hard, but strategy, that's what makes the difference. So we've hit a record-breaking day yesterday, and that was down to strategy. So that strategy was best performing products. We're going to do a Black Friday drop, exclusive color variations of our best performing products. Worked extremely well. So now we're planning and thinking of our strategy for 2026. Already got quite a few notes on this of what we're going to do. We come up with 6 ideas of strategy for 2026. So that's how we're going to play into 2026, and we're going to follow that strategy. We've got a new product funnel that we want to do. And then we've also got maybe a new product line that we want to do, but that's not going to be able to be launched for like fucking 6 months. So that's why I need to start these things early and hopefully be launched by the middle to end of the year next year. But the next product funnel will be focused on the start of the year. So we've got 2 key things to focus on next year, as well as doubling down on really what's working. Hopefully it's going to pay off. I'm really buzzing for it, to be honest. If you want the Black Friday offer, 50% off lifetime access for the community. And honestly, like, this is probably your only chance to get it at this price. Black Friday deal, 50% off, lifetime access. You get access to all the stuff I use for my own businesses and all of that as well. So book a call below. I'll be looking forward to seeing you there. If you want to ask me questions one-to-one, you're never going to get a cheaper time to do so. Peace and love, guys. Let's get it.